Before we start this video, I have to say some disclaimers, so bear with me here. Before you program any electric golf cart, including this video, the Icon EV, always consult with the dealer first. I don't want you guys making any changes to your golf cart affecting the warranty, the performance, or your safety. So make changes to your golf cart, to your Icon EV at your own risk. Always consult with your dealer prior to doing anything yourself. And this video is made strictly for educational purposes, and this is strictly how I decided to modify mine. This may void your warranty, all of that good stuff. So that's my legal disclaimer before you guys dive into this stuff. These are expensive machines. They do go fast. Safety is definitely of a concern. So use common sense, consult with your dealer, and don't mess with anything if you guys aren't comfortable doing changes like this via software. So now I'll start the video. Guys, welcome back to the channel, and I think welcome to YouTube's first actual video on how to program or tweak one of these Icon golf carts to drive a little bit better. So let's cut right to the chase. I want to earn your like, I want to earn your subscription. So let's look at it. In order to program an Icon golf cart, you have to buy a programming cable. So I will put a link down below to the eBay seller that I got mine from. Why on earth Icon can charge almost $14,500 for one of these golf carts and does not give you the ability to take on the responsibility yourself? You should sign a little waiver saying, I understand that if I change things, it can mess it up and it could cost me money to have you fix it. They should give you control on how to work on one of these things completely. You're spending a lot of money on the system. That's just my opinion. So you're going to get all the little legal beagles on YouTube saying, oh, well, it's because it's for safety. And no, give me the cable with the cart. Let me make it perform how I want to perform. So this video is going to be for those guys that want to get a little bit more out of this thing. Open up the back of your battery compartment, buy your cable from the eBay seller that's in my description. Hopefully he's still making them. And you're going to plug it in right here, right next to your run tow switch. You can see the white cable that I have here plugs directly into that port. It's long enough to reach under your seat and through your front seat, and you're going to need a little bit laptop, a PC. I find is better than the Mac version of the software. So let's go around to this side and I'll show you what you do. So you plug it all up into your computer, and your cable is going to come with a little piece of paper that says to change your CAN baud setting to your bits per second on your CAN baud, which is right here, to 38,400. This is found by typing in Device Manager on your computer, browsing to ports, USB serial port COM3, and in port settings. This must be changed to 38,400 or your cable's not going to communicate with your cart. So once you do that, you hit OK. Go ahead and turn your cart on. Cart will click on, and now we launch the Icon Live software, which again is another big controversy. You got to browse Google and forums and everything else to find a copy of this. I guess this is like some secret software that you're not allowed to touch. I don't know, it's ridiculous. So I can't put a link to it because I'll probably get in trouble by the Icon police. So search Icon Live software if you got a 2022 or 2023 Icon. It's all going to be the same stuff. So once your software opens up, you are going to get to this screen right here. Now, you're going to probably be tempted to just jump into tuning or monitor, but none of these things are going to work, and it's going to frustrate the crap out of you. You have to go over here to connect and hit connect first. It'll go from red to green. And right here, down here where it says COM, it means communicating. It is green. It's ready to go. So let's jump into tuning. You guys are probably watching this video because you want to make your Icon golf cart faster. So I will save you a lot of frustration. You're going to have a bunch of tabs up here. You're not going to know what any of this stuff means. And you're going to start Googling stuff. So I'm going to cut all that stuff out for you. Go to your, you're not going to mess with any of your motor stuff. This will brick your cart, so stay out of there. Vehicle setting. You are going to change your vehicle forward speed, high-speed motor, and reverse high-speed motor. This is how fast your cart's going to spool up and forward. They're saying it's set to kilometers an hour, meaning, I mean, the settings are silly. Like you're going to hit 53.3 miles an hour. The highest you can set this is to 53.3. So your parameters you're going to change is your running numbers. So if I double-click on this, I think from the factory, mine was set to like 35. Which basically means the cart's going to go like 25 miles an hour. Most of these carts just go 25 miles an hour. First thing you're going to change is change this to 53.3. Launch. as you can see there, I got 30 mile an hour on a longer straightaway. I got about half a battery. You'll get 32, 31, 32, sometimes 33 on a maxed out battery. But again, that's not going to be your common norm. 53.3. Enter, and it's going to turn red. That means that your setting is made, but it's not uploaded. This is a setting that's changed from the last setting, and once you power cycle your key on and off again, it's going to be back to default unless you hit one of these buttons up here, but I'll explain those in a minute. So change your running to 53.3. You can type in 100, but it's just going to default back to 53.3. Don't mess with any of this stuff, gear ratio, tire diameter, your pulse. Don't worry about any of that. Don't worry about I/O driver. You're not going to be messing with your input and output voltage, so don't worry about that. Paddle. This is the next thing I changed on mine. Throttle deadband. Leave this alone. Throttle max. Change that to 5. I think mine was 4. Offset. Do not mess with that. That'll break your cart. Throttle map quarter. Mine was set to 15%. I changed this to 25%. Throttle map half. Makes sense. 50%, which is 50. These two are basically... Like a DC cart is great. Like the farther you push it down, it just uses a potentiometer. It changes the voltage throughout the entire band. This uses a computer to do it. So quarter throttle is 25%, half throttle is 50%. So that's basically what that means. So you're going to change those. Take a picture of my settings. This is going to make your cart go 30 to 32 mile an hour. So this is where I have my settings at. Do not mess with this DI volt filter gain. You're going to brick your cart there. I think you can get a little more performance out of it, but I don't mess with this. Speed mode. This is what I'm working on mine right now. You're going to change your running high speed and low speed RPM. Believe mine was 5,000 from the factory. Yours might be different. Change it to 7,200. High speed and low speed are the same on my cart. I don't have a high speed, low speed switch, so I try to make sure that all those parameters match. So this is your acceleration. So this is your performance off the line. When you stomp the pedal, these numbers basically means seconds. So this is the part that was confusing for me. I had to figure this out on my own. 30 is the max, meaning it will take, for forward acceleration, full beans, right? Foot hard down. If I set this to 30 right here, it's going to take 30 seconds for this thing to start to try to accelerate to full speed. So it's going to make your cart slower. The higher the setting, the slower your cart's going to be on the input. So changing it to 3 seconds gives you a really nice jolt off the line. You can really kind of feel that motor hitting you. But it's not so much where it's going to jerk your head back and jerk your passengers around. So I had it set at 1 and it's too jerky. 3 is a really good setting. I changed acceleration full and acceleration low speed, high speed, HS and LS to 3. Forward acceleration partial throttle. This is how most of you guys are driving your cart around most of the time. Cruising around, a little bit of gas, a little bit of throttle, buzzing around the neighborhood. 15 is a good setting. So this is still going to not feel like a turd, but it's going to move. So 15 on that. These parameters are what I was doing to my cart. So I can't stand the automatic regenerative braking on the cart. I feel like you don't get that much more battery out of it, and it's really frustrating because when you drive in a golf cart, you just want to relax. So when you let your foot off the accelerator, you want to just coast. Just like that cart, just like every cart that everyone's used to. These new stupid carts, if you're not constantly doing something with that go pedal, where if you're not on it or feathering it, it's going to auto brake for you, which is... Cart has 4-wheel disc brakes, has a brake pedal. The brakes should control the brakes, not the go pedal. I don't want it to stop for me. So I set all of my deceleration parameters to 30, which basically means it's going to take 30 seconds for that auto brake to kick in. So this makes it actually drive like a DC cart. You're going to put your foot on the gas, get yourself up to whatever speed you want. You can coast, let your foot off the pedal, and it's not going to just go and slow down on you. So 30s on all the deceleration, reverse acceleration high speed, or reverse acceleration full, and reverse acceleration, these two parameters here, I like mine at 10. So if you lower these numbers to like 6, 5, 4, and you go to back out of your garage, the thing's going to take off like a rocket out of the garage. It's unsafe. It's not good. Everyone's head flies forward. No good. So 10, 20, 15, I mean, that's more like it. You don't want this thing to go full beans out of the garage because it will move. So these are the settings that I find to be good, a good driving cart, very similar to a DC cart. I know this video is long, guys, but I'm hoping this helps you guys out. Reverse deceleration full and low speed, again, 30 seconds. I don't want this other thing. You're backing out of the garage, right? And say your garbage can's in the way, or your wife says something. Oh, you're gonna stop and pick up the paper, and you let your foot off the gas pedal. The damn thing slams on the brakes. That's silly. I should be able to push my foot on the brake pedal, slow myself down to how fast I want to. So 30 seconds on that. Don't try to stop the cart for me. Brake decelerator. This basically means the setting when you hit the brake pedal, it's going to give you some assist with the motor to slow you down. This I like. This I keep at 8. If my foot's on that stop pedal, then go ahead and help me out with regenerative braking. So these, I know I was trying to talk fast here. I try not to make this video really, really long. You can mess with your soft start, fast start, and all this stuff, but you're not going to get that much performance out of it. So leave it alone. Restraint. This is like how long things take to kick in and kick out. I did mess with these, but I ended up just going back to my defaults on this. Electromagnetic brake. This is when you let your foot off the gas and brake, and it automatically kicks in the parking brake. I thought there would be a nice little setting to completely disable it. So if you wanted to put like your own parking brake on here and not have to kind of really use the electromagnetic brake all the time where it can wear out, because I hear a lot of people, their cart gets bricked because the EMB fails. You can't turn it off in here no matter what you change. So this just changes the parameters of when it kicks on and kicks off. These times are in milliseconds, so you can kind of tweak yours, but I think the defaults are fine here. Power limit and battery. This is where people are trying to change their voltage to get more performance out of them. I'm telling you right now, the settings that you've seen on my screen are going to give you 30 to 32 mile an hour. And again, you guys take full responsibility for changing your cart. I'm not gonna be liable for changing your cart and you get pulled over or something happens. This is all at your own risk. I think that goes without saying when you watch a YouTube video, but you don't really need to. I wouldn't change your power settings on this, because then that could mess up your motor. Battery, same thing. Don't mess around with your current. Leave it alone. A couple of key points on this video. I should have put this at the beginning. You're going to go through and make all your settings. And you can do these live too while you're driving your cart around. You don't have to just sit still in the garage. You can make changes on the fly, drive it as you're making changes without hitting upload or download. But the other goofy thing about this software is that upload basically means download to your computer. Download a settings file to your computer. So if I hit the first thing you want to do when you plug this software in, and I think I might put this clip in the beginning, I don't know, depends on how lazy I am, but the first thing you want to do when you plug in your car for the first time, hit this button. It's going to build a file. This is going to be your default Rescue Me file. If you brick your cart and you forget what a setting was, no worries. You can hit this button. It will download a default file to your computer. I'll show it to you right now. It's going to prompt a window where to save it. Here it is. Find a little folder on your computer. I called mine Icon Live. Call it default. Name it default. Default 2. Save. Now you've got a base restoration file. So now you can go and make all your changes and screw around with your cart. And if you mess it up, you just upload that file back to your cart and you're good to go. When you're done making all your changes, say you've made all your changes like mine, whatever, you're good. You like the way it runs. You like the way it drives. If you just turn your key off, it's going to erase everything you did. You have to hit download. Download means download. It's silly. It should be upload it to the cart, download to your computer. But download is going to save it to your golf cart. So once you hit that, every single change that you made worked. If I hit it again, like I just did, like say you bricked your cart, you hit download again, now it's going to ask you, well, what file do you want me to push to the cart? This one, Faster 3, which your base tune, these are all your tunes. Oh, I want it to run this tune for the weekend. Boom. Hit that, hit open, it'll save it to the cart, it'll run that tune. If you want to change it back, do the same thing. So that's how you save your cart if you brick it. So I really hope this video helped you guys out. Unfortunately, it's almost 15-minute long video, but this is how you use the Icon Live software with your Icon EV golf cart. I don't know why they make this such a secret. This should just be in the owner's manual, and they should give you the option to tweak your cart the way you want to. There was nothing wrong with this technology. They work. You never had to do any of this stuff to get these things to work. You put the motor in, you put the batteries in, and the damn thing goes as fast as it can go. These I don't like all this stuff, but this is how things are now. So hopefully this helps you guys out, get a little more control over your almost $15,000 investment. Again, you assume all responsibility and liability if you screw something up. This is just an educational video to teach you how this stuff works, what it looks like. Please change these settings at your own risk. And I do appreciate the view, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll get to you on another video. Thanks.